Hey guys, welcome to next video. If you remember in our previous video, we tried to extend and override the base component of an element, right? But in this video, what we are going to do is we will be extending the base mixin, the OmniScript base mixin, which will give us give us the functionality to extend or override the whole OmniScript instead of a single element or single type of elements. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm going to create a new OmniScript, so let's go with test and maybe extend OmniBase. Okay. Okay, so yeah, if you remember in the previous video, we were dropping some textbooks and then we were overriding, we were extending the base component of that element, right? But here we are not going to do that. What we will be doing here is in the in the OmniScript, we do have this custom lightning web component, so we will drop it into the step, and then we will provide the name of the lightning web component. Okay, so let's go ahead and create one lightning component which will be extending this this OmniScript. Okay, so I will call it demo extend base mixin. Okay, so again, if you remember from the previous step, there is one mandatory step to do, and that is change this is exposed to true and set the runtime namespace. So I'm going to copy it from the previous component and I will paste it here. Okay, so let me open this element override also in the in the another tab, so that we can compare it side by side. Okay, so if you remember in our previous video, we were importing this OmniScript text and we were extending that, right? But in in this current component, we are going to import OmniScript base mixin. Okay, and sorry, we are going to override it from let me copy the namespace again. Okay, OmniScript base mixin. Okay, and we are going to extend this. So when we extend this basically takes this lightning element as a parameter. Okay, so that's it. Now let's deploy it. Okay, and now let's add it to the add it to the OmniScript, so that we can start making the changes in the LWC component and can preview it simultaneously. Okay, so what I will do is in the lightning web component, I will give demo extend base mixin, the component we just created. And if you remember from the previous video, to preview this, we need to activate this OmniScript. Okay, so I will do that. Okay, now as we are extending this OmniScript base mixin, so basically this component can interact with the OmniScript. Okay, so it can it can read the data JSON of OmniScript, and also it can write anything to this data JSON of OmniScript. Okay, looks like something is wrong here, so let's go and check here. Yeah, I think Okay, this should be inside the braces. So let's do it and deploy it. Okay, so what we will do here is, first I will tell you two things which you needs to remember, and then we will be implementing some functionality inside this LWC component. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember is, if you needs to get the data from the from this data JSON, then you can do it using this dot omni JSON data. Okay, so basically this property will give you all the access to this data, this data JSON. Okay, and if you want to update the data inside this data JSON, then you need to use the method. It's called omni update data JSON. Okay, and it takes takes the JSON as a parameter which will be updated here. Okay, so okay, so for the purpose of this demo, what we will do is, we do not have any map element in the OmniScript, right? So we will be implementing one map. So let's see this lightning map. Okay, so basically we will be implementing this lightning map. We will be getting the data for this map from the OmniScript, and once somebody select a location, we will be writing it back to the data JSON. Okay, so basically this component will be a reusable component, and it can be used on any OmniScript, right? So what you need here is I'm just going to copy the map code from here. So I will copy this map, and I will go to the HTML part, and I will paste it here. Okay, so we need the map markers, and I'm going to copy it from from here only. Okay, so let me copy this instead. Okay, and I will copy maybe all this stuff. So let's quickly deploy this and check how it looks. Okay, looks like something wrong here, which can be okay. This should not come inside the quotes. Okay, so it is deployed to Salesforce. So let's refresh this component, and we should be able to see this map and these locations, whatever we provided in the data JSON. In the JSON, right? So we are able to see that. Now, what is our goal is, we should be able to pass these locations from the OmniScript, and once somebody click on these locations, right, that location should be written here in the data JSON. Okay, so what we will do for this is, let's deactivate this and maybe store this JSON, store this JSON inside a setwell. Okay, so I will drop a setwell, and let's call it map markers, right? So for now, give it XYZ value, because we cannot give the JSON value directly from here. For that, what we need to do is, we need to edit this property as a JSON, and we need to paste that JSON here. Okay, so once you paste this, you can close the JSON editor, and you can see here the marker is displaying as an array, and if you try to preview it, you can see map marker is an array and it has total 2 items inside this, right? So total 2 locations basically. So this is done. So now let's go back to our VS Code, and instead of hard coding this map markers, what will we do here is maybe we will define this property, and we will type the connected callback, right? And inside the callback we will set this dot map markers is equal to, so it should be, as I told you, if you want the data from the data JSON, right, you need to use this dot omni JSON data and pass the key inside this, right? So the key should be map markers. Okay, that's it. Let's push it. Okay, and let's preview it now. So before previewing, we just need to activate it once more. Okay, now let's see what happens. I will refresh the whole page once. Okay, so here, okay, let me preview this. So you should still be seeing the same map with 2 locations. Okay, looks like something went wrong. This need data JSON. Oh, sorry, it should not be like this. It should be like this, because this is a JSON. Okay, now let's preview this one once more. And here we can see, we are still getting the same map, and it's showing us 2 locations, right? So now what we can do is, if we change the locations here, we can see the value is not reflecting in the data JSON, right? So that's our next step. So what will we do is, in the handle marker, right, we will update the data JSON. So for that, as I told you, we need to use this dot omni update data JSON. Okay, and you need to pass the JSON key and value. So maybe what we can do is, we can create a, let's create a new variable, and it's selected map value. Okay, and this can be, let's say, selected value, and the value is this one, and we will use this to push into the data JSON, right? So basically, if you have more than one key value pair, you can also push it, right? So you can have, for example, like this, test1 and test2. Okay, so it will be pushed. So let's type. Okay, and refresh it. Okay, so if I change this, no, it's not working. So let's go back and check what happened here. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, it's working. So you can see these values are coming under, step 1, LWC1 and selected value and the test one which we set here, right? So if we change it to SF2, it should be becoming SF2. If we change it back to SF1, it should be reflecting here, right? So this is how does it work. This is how you can create a LWC component by extending the base OmniScript mixin, and how you can get the values from the data JSON, and how you can write the values back to the data JSON. Okay, so before ending this video, let's do one more experiment and that is, how can we go to the next step from the OmniScript, from the LWC component itself, right? So for that, what I will do is I will add one more step here, and let's add a simple text here. Okay, so this is step 2. Okay, and what I want is, let's say when somebody selects the location on the map, it should be written to the data JSON and he should be navigated to the next step. Okay, so for that, what will we do here is, there is a method provided by base mixin, and that is omni next step. Okay, so once you will do this, it will automatically take you to the next step. So let's test it once. So let's preview this. Okay, the problem here is right now, as soon as this map loads, it calls this handle marker select, and that's why it's again calling this omni next step. That's why it is directly going to the step number 2. So maybe we need to change it somehow, and let me remove it from here, and let me add a simple button. Okay, so input type is equal to, or maybe we can have a lightning button. So we will use this. Go to next step, and I will call it custom next button. Okay, so let's copy this, let's go here and create this method. And here I will write this dot omni next step. Okay, so now what will happen is, when you will click on this button, it will take you to the next step. So in this scenario, if you want, you can hide the standard next button from this OmniScript. Okay, so you can, it's a label is base. I think I did not change that. The label is still base, so maybe you can change it later. So yeah, that's what. So what happens is, now if you select the locations, it is not sending you to the next step, right? But if you click on this base button, it will take you to the next step, right? So I mean, this is helpful if you are looking for some complex complex LWC, and where you have something, some actions which should take you to the next step, right? So there you can use this. Same as this dot omni next step, we also have this dot omni previous step, which is used to take to the previous step. And we do have one more method that's called, I think, omni navigate to. Okay, in this omni navigate to, you can pass the step number. So for example, if you want to go to step number, So let's say you have 10 steps and you are right now in 5th step and you want to go back to 2nd step, right? So then you can use this method and you can pass the step number. So for example 2. You cannot go more than 1 step forward using this. So for example, if you are on the step number 3 and you want to go to step number 6 or 7, no, you cannot do that. You can only go to the next 1 step. But if you want to go to the previous steps, you can you can go to any previous step, right? So there is no limitation on that. Hopefully this is clear. This is how we do use how do we use or how do we extend the Omni script based mixin, and what are the methods they provide, right? How we read the data from the data JSON, and how do we write the data back to the data JSON, right? So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.